and then the second one is we had this question on the group. What is it with 1A, 1C? Like, why are they separated like that?
Where in the assignment?
Like problem one, and then you have 1A, 1C, and then you go down and you go sub questions 3A, 3B, like because there's two in each number.
So you in question 1 here.
Yeah.
So
it just says like 1A, 1C.
yeah, so this just means that for question 1, they're all in base 8 is what I'm saying. So A, B, and C, they're all in base 8.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's all I'm meaning. Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Cool. Not asking for help. Hey, I love it. Not starting it or doing it all. I highly recommend doing the assignment. Not doing it in the correct base. Yep, that's a good one. There were a couple of times in PSJ1 where they kind of, some folks mixed up the base, or they said that they were doing it in base 5 and they started using the number 5, which we know is problematic, right? Because base 5 only has the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? It only goes up to that. And then we have, can anyone tell me what happens when we increase beyond that after our unit cap?
Unit exchange.
Yes, perfect. I love it. And it's honestly the easiest slip up to make. You're in base 5 and all of a sudden you write down the number 50 base 5, which we can't do. And that's okay. It's not gonna, like, you're not gonna get a 0 on assignment for making that mistake at all. But it's an important thing to kind of think about and kind of go over your work again. Not answering all the questions is a good one. Doing addition when it asks for subtraction and vice versa, that's good. Not submitting it on time. These are all really good ones. Let me see what you added there, Aaron. Not turn it in. Wait, yeah, don't wait until the last minute. Guess. Carry the 1. Oh my goodness, don't say carry the 1. we do unit exchanges in this group.
We specifically chose that one for you, Dennis.
I appreciate it. Will I take off points for you saying that? Probably not. Will I make a comment about it? Yeah, absolutely. And then maybe I'll go have a little cry, but that's okay. I kid.
Will you be providing feedback? Like I noticed on our assignment, we missed a point. Will you be providing feedback on what was missed? And I'm wondering if maybe I'm just not finding it.
Yeah, no, so in all of the assignments themselves, I wrote comments, and if I took away a point, I said -1 PT. So there's all the comments within there. I would not just take away a point without providing feedback. And okay, if you have questions on that, just send me an email if you have any questions about that, as always, and I will respond quickly. Let me know. And so these are the things I want you to think about when we're working on this last assignment. So what we're going to do, because since we are running, there's never enough time. An hour is not enough time. Some of y'all are like, an hour of math is plenty. I am going to set up some groups, and I want you all to just spend some time looking and talking through the assignment together, whether you plan on doing it in a group or not. So again, for this final assignment, for folks that came in late, if you liked working with your group and you would like to turn in a group assignment, just add both names in the assignment so that I know, or 3 names. I don't want to do groups bigger than 3. If you want to just do it on your own, you can, but I'm going to allow you all a chance to kind of sit and play right now. So the way that I'm going to do breakout groups now, I'm going to recreate them. I'm going to maybe do 6 groups. And I'm going to let you all decide which room you want to enter. So if you can chat with the person that you worked with and want to kind of end up, or just look to see where folks go, you can do that. If you just want to join a group to chat, do that. And we'll do that for, I'm going to do 20 minutes for that. And then we're going to come back and have questions. Do you all know how to call the host into your group? There is a feature in your group that says, you know, call the host, and the host can come in. So if you do that in your group, I'll just come in and join you. If you don't know how to do that, you can just leave and come back to the main session and say, hey, can you put me back in my room and then join me. But there is a feature within there. So I'm going to open it up. You can chat, you can just automatically go in a room and mention to your partner, whatever you want to do. We're only going to do 6 groups just so that we can kind of, you know, there could be groups of groups that get together, but I want us to just spend some time talking through Problem Solving Journal 2, and we'll come back, we'll chat a little bit about it, and then we'll wrap up. If you need help getting into a group, just let me know as well, and I can do that. But you should be able to join.
Where are they listed somewhere?
If you go to breakout groups at the bottom, if you don't see breakout groups automatically, there should be a little dot.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Hey, Monica, I can add you to whatever group Susan's in. Does that work? He's in room 2. Are you able to get in, Jesse?
Our assignment. Hey, Dennis, we were just wondering if you could really quickly walk us through how to find the comments for our last group for our journal.
Yeah. So if you open up the assignment, you should be able to see, and there, I mean, there, I just like, good job there. Excellent. So,
So I went to the assignments tab and clicked on the assignment, and it has no, it has a section for comments, but there are no comments.
but do you see what I'm showing you here in the assignment itself?
I was looking at the thing. Oh. Okay.
So it looks like in question 2A, there was a small miscalculation. And that was a half a point. And then in 1B, you didn't come up with all of the possible responses. So I just added a little comment there. But I mean, it was a great assignment. I loved, I had to, the way that you all did that with the spreadsheet was really cool. I liked how you organized it that way. I've never seen anyone do it that way. I thought it was great.
Right.
Okay, so we got a half a point on 2 questions.
Yeah, that was it. Like, it was pretty minimal.
Okay.
And see, Brenda, I told you it was my fault.
No.
See, this is what this is this is what I was warning you
You
about.
know what I said, Christy, that was a point. I mean, I take that because, I'm not great at math, but if I only got a point off, I'm really not sad about it.
You all did a great assignment.
I think it could have been worse.
As
I
I said,
agree.
like you had a very unique way. I've taught this course to 500 students easily, and I've never seen anyone take a look at it that way. And I thought it was super cool. So
Well, good.
Chris,
I'm glad that worked.
so
out.
it was
Sorta.
really good.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you so much.
No
think
problem. And
probably
I
works for this.
apologize. I probably should have explained where all those comments were. I'm so
Yeah.
used to people just using it. So thank you for letting me know that. I'll send a message out to the whole group.
I
So-
feel like I just kind of struggle with Canvas, so
I do not like Canvas. It is a learning management system. It is there to manage learning, and that is against everything that I believe when it comes to learning. So I'm not a fan at all. And I actually don't teach in it, but we figured that we had to teach in it for these courses, just to make things easier. So
makes sense.
y'all want some time to maybe work on it and let me know if
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Enjoy.
A lot of people with health concerns in the world.
I never got a invite for the rooms.
Yeah, no, there wasn't an invite. It was when we were talking about it, it was invite yourself to any room you'd like.
But there, what do you mean? I'm confused.
So if you go down to breakout rooms,
Oh my gosh. I'm used to where it's like last time it had it where you clicked it, where which one you want to go to, or in other times
no
it just
worries.
sends you. I've never seen it where it was on the bottom like that. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No worries. Zoom is crazy.
Yeah, it seems like it's always
So yeah, I don't know.
changing.
I mean, you and Erin seem to work really well together. She's in room 2. I can also just put you in room 2 if you'd like.
Okay. I mean, there is a lot of people in there though, but that's fine. See, I am running late now. Okay, thank you.
No worries. Recording going back. Welcome back, folks. How was that? Did some questions come up out of that conversation?
Yes.
Yes.
Let's share.
We were stuck at AB or 1B. We couldn't make it past there.
Let's take a look.
I mean, at least I couldn't. I think Brenda could, but I just wasn't getting it.
All right. So with 1B, you're creating your own problem, right? So it's going to be 2 3-digit numbers. So what I might do actually in a second is do one of the examples of a 2 3-digit number, and we can talk through it. And it's going to be so that we can explain the idea of unit cap in the base 8 system. And that's essentially what all we need to do is create a problem. Does it even say solve it as part C? Let's do an example. Share my. I think I'm going to share my. Two seconds here. So, one of the examples from the practice problems that I gave out is what we can look at. Let's look at this. I have to use my finger, which is going to be only so good. 103 base 4 plus 231 base 4. So this is an example of 2 3-digit numbers that we want to do with the addition. Can I get some people in the comments? What's the unit cap for base 4?
3. Oh,
Oh, that's fine. Saying it out loud totally works. We're good. Because the digits, listing all the digits in base 4 are 0, 1, 2, 3. So all I'm looking for you to do in this particular case to start is to write out an example of a addition problem of 2 3-digit numbers and use it to explain in what sense the unit cap and base 8 functions. So the way that the unit cap works, generally speaking, is that as we add numbers to each other, thinking way back to the M&M problems, is that as we add the numbers up to the unit cap, once we increase above and beyond the unit cap, we have to make a unit exchange. So in base 9 or in base 10, right? So say we have 199 plus 5. In base 10, you'll see I don't add any bases, which means we're doing base 5 or base 10. So in this particular example, we know that we're adding 5. If we add 1 to it, what ends up happening? We have to do some unit exchanges, but we're actually adding 5, right? So that 9, right? We add 1 to that, that becomes a 10. So that kind of goes up here. 9 and 1 gives us another 10. That goes up here, that gives us 200, but we still have 4 left. So the idea is that when we do addition, what we need to be able to do is think about if we have to do a unit exchange that goes up and over the unit cap. So what I would recommend doing for a problem like this is doing a figural representation, which we were spending our time working on. We would do 1 block, which is a 100, no 10s, and then 3 1s, right? Then 2 would be 2. I'm not as good at this with my finger. My pencil died. 2, 31, and then go through and add them and show where the unit exchanges happen. So the biggest thing in that particular thing is to show where a unit exchange happens. So what does that mean? That means that when you do your problem, you have to make sure that there's going to be an example of a unit exchange in there somewhere. That's essentially what I'm doing. Does that help a little bit? Other questions, thoughts, hopes, wishes, dreams? So you're kind of starting to solve it in part B because you've got to show where a unit exchange happens. Then finish it for part C and say, hey, yeah, go through and this is how we go about solving it. In part A, remember when I ask you to list all the digits, all you need to do is list how many digits happen from 0 to whatever. So if it's base 5, you would just write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the unit count. You do not have to go to like 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. It was super cool to see all of those. You do not have to go that far. You just have to list the digits.
Thank you for letting us know because we went pretty high.
I know you weren't the only group. I saw some pretty cool addition. The way I looked at it is that it was good practice. And they were all correct. So you all took the time to kind of think about it. Thinking about when we first learned about base 4, I just had y'all counting up to 1, 0, 0, 0 base 4 until you got it.
I think what threw me off was that 100 base, the chart that you gave us 1 to 100 one. I was like, okay, we have to do it that way. So that's why I did the same thing. I put all the digits in.
You can use that. That would be a really great tool for a base 4 problem. Like if I ever say to you all, and none of us, I don't think ever talked about that when a couple of people asked about, well, you want me to solve it in 2 ways. How do I do that? you can use a chart like that and just kind of use it counting on, counting all with that. That is a legit way to go about doing it. Thank you for bringing that up, Sophia. I know that
It's fun,
wasn't the
actually.
intention, but it just
But
made
it was, it cleared it up. It was a visual for me to see all the numbers and it made it easier. So it worked.
And I know we are out of time, and I want to be very respectful of that. If anyone wants to stick around and ask more questions, we can. You can also, anytime within the next, 3 weeks or whatever that we have left, you can reach out to me, because I'm here to help and support and answer questions. I'll meet with you. I'll give you answers via email. I'll send you a video. If you say, can you just send me a video of this? I'll put a video together and send that up and send that out to you. Whatever
Is the
you all
last-
need.
Is there a video, a recording of the last class session?
Yep, they're all up in Canvas. All of the recordings are up in Canvas. So you should have both the notes. You should also have the recordings in Canvas. And then if it's not in there in the announcements in Canvas, I also just created, up until this week, actually, usually a weekly video of here's some things to think about connected to all the things we've been talking about tonight. So there are a bunch of videos that are up on Canvas of me just talking about it. I'm willing to redo some or resend them out if there are specific ones. But whatever y'all need. And I just want to say thank you. This was I learned a lot about learning math with you all. This was a really good group to kind of think about and rethink about how we learn math. And so thank you all. If you have other questions, great. If not,
Before we go, do we need to tell you whether we want to work in a group or solo?
nope, just submit whatever you'd like to do. And if you're working on your own, just submit it by yourself. If you're working in a group, just put the names of everyone at the top of the assignment.
Okay.
And then I'll just copy comments over instead of doing it the other way. Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
I think I'm going to stick around because I do have one question about our overcounting.
Hi, Lila.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.
So on our comments of our feedback,
Okay, just give me 2 seconds because I have to remember.
well, I have it right here. I think I can, I don't know if I can share it.
I like looking at it. It'll take me.
Okay,
2
fair
seconds.
enough.
You can keep talking and I'll just pull it up here.
Okay. Because it says remember only through 7. And I thought that we had only gone to 7. I didn't see anywhere that we went all the way up to 8.
Did you lose any points?
No, but it just said remember only through 7. So I wasn't sure. Oh, like you were saying, like we could.
Yeah,
just
you only need
stop
to go from 0 through 7. That was
Okay. That makes more sense. Because I was like, remember only through 7. And I was like, but we could. Okay.
0 through 7. No, you're good.
Okay. That makes so much more sense. And I'm gonna do this one solo because I had a really hard time making myself available and then, having to wait. And
That is completely legitimate. And that's why I opened it up for the last assignment.
I appreciate that. I have no problem working with people, but I'm not very patient when it comes to a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but we did really well and I was happy to work with him. So thanks for the option of solo, and I will reach out if I have any questions.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Now I gotta figure out how to leave. Here it is. Have a good night. Thank you again.
How are you doing, Sylvia? Oh, you're on mute.
So I wasn't here for the last class, but I have been very, very lost understanding the base for and all that. So, and I haven't submit my work. So I don't know if you can send me a little bit of more videos, or if you have something just by chance in Spanish.
I unfortunately do not. That is such a good idea, and I don't. So what I would highly recommend I'm going to share my screen here. So if you look in announcements in Canvas, in each of these, or in many of these, I added an extra video. So I would just go through these and see here. I would add another to think about video. So like there are links throughout the announcements that have some of the videos. I did a quick video reflection. So there, and all of those ones are on the different bases. If you look in modules, I have all of the videos from class with all of our examples as well. So you can definitely go through those. And if you have other questions, just send me an email and I'm willing to chat as best as I can to help you. Whatever you need, because I don't want you to be lost.
Yeah, okay, so then I'll go through those videos and the extra videos that you give us. And if I have questions, then I'll email you.